Hey gang, it's JC, and this is the Daily Dose for Friday, January 27th, 2012. Combined venture with Mind Active in beautiful downtown Clayton. We have great television archives at the top of the page. Also our eye candy feature and the rock and roll poll question from yesterday. The plan the city revealed the other day to revamp the Arch grounds at the cost of $550 million. This is a cash-strapped city. Stan Kroenke is leaning on everybody to have somebody build them a new football stadium, and you got the perfectly good dome they're playing in right now. $550 million. Now, so far, they've coughed up like $57 million. They're still, several million dollars short of the $550 million they need to revamp the Arch grounds. So our question, what do you think will happen? And not surprisingly, a whopping 52% of you said we're still going to be talking about plans to redevelop the Arch grounds 3 years from now when the thing is supposed to be completed. 38% of you said there will be some watered down version of the plan that will come about in a few years, and 10% of you think that the plan will actually come to fruition by 2015 like they say. Well, aren't we in dreamland? All right, today's rock and roll poll question, just, sort of random, but nonetheless, do you have a close family member who most of us would consider rich? You got somebody in your close family who most people would consider rich? Yes or no? Please answer in the corner. We'll have results for you Monday here in the Daily Dose, and of course on the Big 550 KTRS, where Trish Gazelle and I reside every day from noon until 3. Super Bowl, yeah, the commercials are already starting to tease some of the stuff that you're going to be seeing. Ferris Bueller is coming back. Matthew Broderick, 26 years ago, Ferris Bueller was in the movie theaters, and we don't even know what the ad is yet, but they're teasing it on the internet. Meanwhile, Coca-Cola is teasing an ad campaign in which the commercials will change depending on what's going on in the game. Also, Volkswagen is going to do something where they got dogs barking along to Darth Vader's theme in Star Wars. John Stamos is going to be in an ad for Dannon Yogurt. That's all we know. And of course, what would the Super Bowl be without GoDaddy.com, particularly Danica Patrick, who this year will be along with the Pussycat Dolls and Jillian Michaels. We'll just see. Halftime entertainment. Everybody's already making Madonna jokes. The joke may be on us. Let's see. There are rumors going around that Nicki Minaj and MIA are going to be along with Madonna on stage. Now we're hearing that CeeLo and LMFAO will be on stage with her too. Monty Python fans, we have sort of good news here. It looks like there's going to be an unofficial reunion of sorts in a new movie called Absolutely Anything. John Cleese, Terry Gilliam, Michael Palin, Terry Jones, Eric Idle, Robin Williams may be in this too. CBS developing a new sitcom for Conan O'Brien and Rebel Wilson. Conan's not going to be in it. Rebel Wilson is the Australian actress who played Kristen Wiig's annoying female roommate in Bridesmaids. Now we know that everybody involved in Bridesmaids, including Kristen Wiig and her writing partner, have said there ain't gonna be a sequel. Okay, so now they're gonna do some sort of television version of that just to try to sort of, latch onto that whole Bridesmaids phenomenon. President sang Let's Stay Together by Al Green last week. And the song has been downloaded 16,000 times in the last week. That's up 490% from the week before. It was one of the biggest download digital sales weeks since SoundScan, the outfit that tracks stuff like this, began tracking downloads in 2003. Do you remember seeing that absolute cow on Toddlers and Tiaras? This mother who was feeding her little 3-year-old daughter some combination of Gatorade and Red Bull and like chocolate and stuff, and then sending her out on stage because she wanted her to look enthusiastic. Well, there were a lot of people who took issue with this, and now we are understanding that that woman is filing a $30 million lawsuit against a bunch of websites because she says their coverage attempted to sexualize her daughter. Well, my goodness, who was first, huh? Who was first, Mom? Can't believe it, but the majority of men are actually willing to admit they have no idea how to dress themselves. According to a new survey, 60% of men say they consult with their wife or girlfriend on what to wear before they go to work. Also, 58% have a partner tie their tie for them. And 29% even have her button their shirt. Have we become a little lazy, guys? Yesterday in Brooklyn, a guy posted an ad on Craigslist offering $500 for a football tutor. Listen to this guy. Apparently his girlfriend once dated a college football player, and this guy lied and said that he was a college football player too. Well, he wasn't, and he doesn't know anything about football, and now he has to go to a Super Bowl party with her, and he's afraid that, well, he's got to learn something about the game or he's going to be, well, I think we all know how this one's going to end anyhow, huh? Speaking of men and women, and we often do here on the Daily Dose, here are the 5 things men wish women would wear more often. Ladies, are you listening? 1, jeans and a tank top. 2, the librarian look. 3, cocktail dresses, sports jerseys. And number 5 is yoga outfits. If you want to see women in yoga outfits and workout stuff, go to Target, particularly at the Promenade, anytime, after about 10 o'clock, 10 until like 1. Because the women do their tennis lessons and their yoga and their exercise classes, and then they go to Target while their kids are at school, and they just race around Target in their little outfits, and then they go pick up their kids from school. This, I'm telling you, if I was looking, this is where I would start. Not looking. Lady Gaga's parents have opened up an Italian restaurant in New York. They got the idea from Madonna's parents. A Kentucky couple married 73 years died just hours apart at a nursing home. Now, the fact that one was holding a bloody knife and the other one was holding a smoking pistol should not affect the poignancy and the beautiful love story that this is. New polls in Florida say Mitt Romney and Newt Gingrich are neck and neck. Well, neck and turkey neck, okay? 1 in 5 people would skip a wedding or a funeral to go to the Super Bowl. Well, of course, I mean, what sort of idiot would have their funeral on Super Bowl Sunday? Republican Party leaders are concerned about the negative numbers for Newt Gingrich. They're considering introducing a much more likable candidate, like maybe that Italian cruise ship captain. St. Louis this weekend is going to have Highway 40 shut down from Jefferson to 6th Street. This, by the way, while we have a big parade for the returning Iraqi and Afghanistan soldiers happening on Saturday, and of course the auto show is this weekend. In other news, Dogtown is going to be closed on St. Patrick's Day. The Arch Grounds will be closed on the 4th of July, and Busch Stadium is going to be closed on opening day. Oh, man. 18th Annual Screen Actors Guild Awards are Sunday night on TBS and TNT. Tends to be a pretty good show. And if you're like they call a serious film goer, this is must-see TV on Sunday night. And it was 45 years ago, on this date, 1967, I remember it very well, that astronauts Gus Grissom, Ed White, and Roger Chaffee died on the Cape Kennedy launch pad when their Apollo command module became engulfed in fire. This is when a lot of little boys, present company included, started to give up that idea of maybe someday becoming an astronaut. Wait a minute, you mean you're sealed in that damn thing sitting on the top of that candle and you could burn up, let alone explode? Thanks, I'll go into radio. All right, JC's Eye Candy today. Supermodel Heidi Klum and Seal sort of rocked the show business and entertainment world earlier this week when they said they were splitting up. So back into the late 90s we go, where Mark Close and I were doing Grammy broadcasts from New York City, and we sort of made a Heidi Klum sandwich. This is a rare photograph of both Close and me, each carrying about 20 extra pounds we're not carrying anymore, and a rare photograph of me without facial hair. I'm only slightly less attractive now. That's on JC's Eye Candy. That's what you're looking at right now. All right, our rock and roll poll question for the weekend. Anybody in your family that most of us would consider rich? Yes or no? Please answer in the corner, and we'll have results for you on Monday here on the Daily Dose. All right, don't forget me and Trish on the Big 550 KTRS every weekday from noon until 3. And that's it, the Daily Dose for Friday, January 27th, 2012, a combined venture with Mind Active in beautiful downtown Clayton. And in the meantime, we've beaten this one to death. Have a good one. See you later. Bye.